Most cyber incidents that we see don't start with chaos, they start with confidence. A business usually believes that they're fine. Microsoft 365 is in place, they've probably got IT support somewhere, nothing bad has ever happened to them before, and that belief, that confidence, is usually the weakest point in the entire setup. In this video, I want to show you why so many UK businesses thought they were secure and weren't. Not theory, but what we actually see every single day of the week. If you don't know me, I'm Jason, founder of Munio. We work with UK businesses on cybersecurity and incident response. This isn't a sales video. This is one of the straight answer explanations that we publish regularly under our Munio Answers on our website. Most people, most businesses picture cyber attacks as noisy. The screens going down, phones ringing, alarms going off maybe. That's not how modern attacks start. They start quietly. An email that looks normal. A login that doesn't trigger any alert. A permission that's slightly too generous. Attackers don't need drama. What they need is time. And confidence is what quietly gives them that time. People say we've never had attack, we've never had a problem. This is probably the most common phrase that we hear. And to be fair, it does make sense. If nothing bad has happened, why would you assume that something was going to happen? The reality is it's very different. Most successful cyber attacks aren't detected at the point of entry. They sit quietly, watching, mapping, waiting. By the time something is obvious, data loss, fraud, downtime. The damage has already been done. Past safety feels reassuring, I get that, but in cybersecurity, past safety doesn't prove current protection is right at all. The problem where assumptions break down is things like Microsoft 365. It's a big one. 365 is very powerful, but it is not 100% secured by default. We regularly see environments that are over-permissioned, they're under-monitored, and assumed to be safe simply because, they're Microsoft, aren't they? The tools don't equal protection all of the time. Configuration and visibility do. And that gap is where most real breaches begin. Let's talk about IT support. Traditional IT support is brilliant. It's brilliant at fixing things when things go wrong and when things break. Cyber attacks don't announce themselves as broken. They require monitoring. They require behavioural detection. And of course, active threat hunting and monitoring, not just ticket resolution. IT support won't do it. We're careful. People, we're so careful we don't click on anything. Attackers design them so that these look convincing. These aren't failures of effort, they're failures of visibility. So how do attacks really work now? Modern attacks are quiet. They're quiet by design. They rely on trust, not force. They rely on legitimate access, not exploits. Time, again, not speed, which is why we so often hear after the fact, we didn't realise anything was wrong until it was. And that's not negligence on anyone's part. That is the reality of modern cyber risk. So the real question isn't, are we secure? The real questions you should be asking are, what would an attacker see first? Where could they move without being noticed on my network? How long would it take us as a business to realise we're under attack? Think this through a minute. Most businesses have never been shown how to answer those questions. And that is the real problem, because those answers don't come from assumptions. They don't come from compliance checklists, and they don't come from IT support. They come from clarity. So Munio Answers exists because businesses are asking the right questions, but they're failing to get straightforward answers. No jargon, no fear, no sales, No pressure. Just calm, real-world explanations on what's going on based on what actually happens. If you want to understand a little bit more about what attackers would look for before anything happens, without any disruption, without any drama, that's exactly what cyber clarity is, and it's designed to be that way. It will show you as a business what's exposed, what's missing, what matters. So decisions are based on reality, not assumptions. And even if you never speak to us as a company, you can still leave with clarity watching these answers. So this is the first Munio Answers video. There are more straightforward explanations are coming. So thanks for watching if you got this far. Until next time.